Well, hello, my friend. Hello, Carlos. It's me. Just Norm. And you're first up. You are first up on my run today in the steamy swamps, West Central Florida. I feel like this is doing two things. First, it's doing something for you, in which you are requesting submissions for your new project. And I want to help you and do something for you. And as well, it seems like just a bit of a springboard for me to get back into the habit of recording. I looked back on the Run Norman page and see that I have not put anything out of substance since I think June, and we are now in August. It's Saturday morning, and I've started out with just a bit of a loop around the baseball fields at Dunedin American Little League. And now I've made it to St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church and off onto Cedar Trail, nestled on the periphery of the hammock. It is indeed steamy and swampy here this morning, but I feel as though my running has been pretty solid this summer, with mostly 7 miles, with feels like temperatures of 102 to 106. And now that August is here, I'm right around the corner from December. I'm sorry, for September, which will then cool into the high 80s and low 90s if I'm lucky. I've come off of Cedar Trail and am now running on Michigan Boulevard. Anyway, continued joy on my part that I see you are running and biking again. I could say so much more on this recording as the inspiration is starting to fill me, but I see that I'm just now a little over 5 minutes, so I will cut this short and put in my earbuds so I can continue to cultivate my relationship with my Heavenly Father while I run here on earth. My brother, I think of you often. I am fond of your heart and soul. Until we speak again. Bye-bye.
I already filmed a deer. That was pretty neat. The deer walked beside me some guy going to cycle up.
5 minutes, distance 2 kilometers, average pace 12 minutes, 27 seconds per kilometer.
Starts to get steep again now. I think this is doing my Achilles the world of good. Leading forward into the hill means that I'm getting a little more of a stretch in my Achilles tendon. Good work. Yeah, we do. There's a bench up here on the right. This is where Irvine crosses Merryman, I believe. There is a sign in the road saying 1,000 meters from the start of the climb. That's a kilometer, and I'm at 140 meters. I'm now really quite hot, sweating away. You see, my ankle isn't up to running this long in time, nor working this hard.
3.21 kilometers, average pace 12 minutes, 28 seconds per kilometer.
So now I go up the winding path with steps to the lookout. Hello. There's not going to be much of a lookout. And the final steps. I won't stay out too long today because I didn't bring any water. And there is no public drinking fountain at the top. So while I can still talk, I will say goodbye to you with this little bonus show.
Good morning, all your 5-minute listeners. This is Ellen from the beautiful Berkshires again. I guess today I was just going to talk to you a little bit about a couple races, one that I completed and one that I've yet to do on Saturday. So I did what's called the Jug End race. It's a nice mountain range in southern Berkshire County of Massachusetts. Absolutely a gorgeous race. It's about a 2-mile climb, a little bit of a tabletop at the top, and then a very runnable 2 miles down. The total loop was 4.2 miles, and the race was a 6-hour endurance race. The initial climb was kind of hard. It was a good warm-up the first time, and after that it was kind of a pain. It climbs pretty steep, and then it goes really steep, so that even just... I'd like to say power hiking, but there were times when walking was the best you could do to get up it. The course itself was not too bad. Technical's a relative term. There were some roots and rocks, some stream crossings, nothing major. A lot of beautiful sights, an old cabin out on a cliff somewhere, just sort of hanging there. I didn't have enough time to do another loop. I only had 7 minutes, so I had to wait for the lower loop to start. So that was a great race. I was pretty proud of myself. I think I did close to 22 miles, which for me, being as slow as I am and sort of not really training that well, that was good. Summer is very hard for me to train. I have 9 kids at home full time, and so in order to get away, I have to do night runs, and sometimes at the end of the day, I'm just pretty tired. But I do run. I just can't do, 3-4 hours of running, so I don't really get that endurance training. This weekend, it's called Sweltering Summer, and it's a flat track, clay track route in the city next to me. It is not scenic. It is very boring, and it's 8 hours. The only thing that I really like about it is the people and the race support. So basically, I believe it's a third of a mile loop, and you're right there. Anything happens, you're right there. You need water. The aid table is amazing. The food spread is amazing. And it's pretty easy to get your needs met and be confident and successful. So my goal is 50K. I should, in my shape, be able to do 50K in 8 hours. However, I don't know if I will. Last year is the first year I did it, and I did constant movement. I didn't really stop. I think I stopped once because I had a cramp and I just rolled out my calf a little bit. But I'm slow, and that's all there is to it. I'm slow. I do more walking than I'd like to. It takes me a while to really find my energy. I don't really warm up till after 3 miles, honestly. So that's my goal this weekend on Saturday, is to do a 50K. And if I don't, then I know I got more training I need to get done. In the meantime, I have 4 kids. Nathan's 14, Max and Jude are just turned 11, and Sadie is 14. And they're going to run a relay for this. So for 8 hours, they're going to run as a relay team. And the relay, which is very technical run, very rooty, very muddy, a lot of pine needles. I mean, when you go through the pines, you can smell it. It's really a nice run. Some hills, nothing compared to some of the hills I've run recently. So I used to think, oh, here's a hill. Now it's like, yeah, right. It's a little anthill. But each week, it still challenges me because I'm trying to go fast and I'm trying to not fall. So I'm trying to get better each week. The first week I did it with a friend. The second week I shaved 10 or 15 minutes off. The third week I added a minute, but we had just had a torrential downpour and it was really muddy and slippery. So we'll see what we do this week. I think Wednesday will be my final run, other than I am streaking, and I'll probably do a mile Thursday and a mile Friday to keep the streak going and rest up for my race Saturday. So that's the goings-on of your 5 minutes, and I just wanted to say hi from the Berkshires and have a great day.
Well, this is Suzanne and Travis McGee, and we're out for a walk on a beautiful day in Lexington, Kentucky. We just passed Travis's favorite pet food store where he is a VIP, a very important pooch, and he was pretty good about it. We'll get him on the way back, and he'll get his treat, and I'll buy the necessities that he needs, because I do like to shop local. Today's my 5 minutes is probably just going to be a stream of consciousness kind of thing, because I don't really have a lot to say. I do know this morning when Travis and I were walking, it was an earlier than normal walk. In fact, even Siri said that it was far too early to be awake. And there were no sounds at all. Just an occasional bird, even the chickens. One house has chickens and they weren't up. But as we walked, and as the sun came out, we saw or heard more and more birds. And actually it was just too serene to even disturb with my own voice.
Your tears as they fall on my cheek, they are warm like the gentle rain.
Maybe I should have recorded it so that you could have heard, but early morning bird calls are one of the things that I really missed when I lived in Chicago, and one of the things that I enjoy here in Lexington.
And our love will be sweet, very sweet.
It's a beautiful day. It was gorgeous this morning, a little humid. But today the humidity is low and the temperatures are upper 70s. Just about perfect for whatever you want to do. And for Travis, that's go for a walk in the park. He can't go off leash because he's kind of got a squirrel brain, and he'll take off and not know to stop.
I feel your tears.
But he's a good guy. And he gets me out. He gets me moving. He's my exercise. And he's a good companion. When he sees somebody that he particularly wants them to notice him, he struts even more than usual. He's been called a Tennessee walking horse. And if you've never seen one, check it out on YouTube. They're amazing horses. The history isn't so good. There for a while, they would soar them, do things to them to make them walk in a peculiar way, or make the natural walk even more pronounced. Fortunately, they're paying attention to that, and they're not allowing soaring, special shoes, and other things. They're fun horse, large mammal to watch, and they also happen to be from an area of the country that my father and my grandfather and my great-grandfather and actually my great-great-grandmother all lived. A little bit of history to see and connect to farm.
So we're now running back up Ralston Creek. So it's slightly uphill all the way back to the car. Mama was reminding me that she hasn't run since July. Did you ever have an album by the Kinks?
Kinks?
The Kinks. Yeah. The English band.
What?
The English band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. It's weird because I was listening to a podcast yesterday and the guy was saying that the Kinks were banned from playing in the US for the longest time. Not sure why.
They started.
Possibly, yeah. And they came around in around the same time as the Beatles. But because they couldn't get to the American market, they never really took off. But they developed more of a European and English following. And then eventually they changed record labels. And then they got in to the American market. But a little too late by then. The British invasion was over. All right, yeah. There's Ray Davis and his brother, Dave Davis. And they grew up in Muswell Hill. You used to live there, didn't you? No? Oh, okay, Stockwell.
One stop away from Bridgeport.
Okay. Because they had an album called the Muswell Hillbillies. '71. Hi. The Muswell Hillbillies. The beat went off, but I don't know.
Because we were running a walk.
Possibly, yeah. So we're either going to get a 1 minute walk or a 3 minute walk. All right, well, we finished. All in one day, as your father would say. Did you get through to Pauline?
No.
Oh.
Just got the message machine. She's probably out for lunch.
Figuratively or literally?
What?
Figuratively or literally?
What?
Doesn't matter.
Workout paused.
It's her birthday. They
Workout stopped.
probably sent it to Marie's or...
Her birthday, okay.
Can you...
Yep. Hang on. Let me just trigger the door for you.
They unlock stuff. Silent. And if you press it twice, it'll open yours as well.
Huh, yeah. So we're all done. This is the Running Jackal and Mrs. Jackal signing off for today, Sunday.